Okay, hi third graders. This is your English for Monday, March 30th. Oh my goodness, lost track of time. Chapter 8, Checkup 40 is what you're going to be working on today, and tomorrow is going to be a review day. So tomorrow I want you to just go through your book and review the things that you are having trouble on, or make sure your vocab and analogies, you know those because you know they're exactly like that on your test, so really know those. So we're going to do two practice sentences, and then I'm going to do one sentence, number one, on your worksheet. So make sure you have your worksheet in front of you. And then I'm going to do from exercise 2, 1, and 3. Okay, so make sure we have those together. So yeah, I guess I'm going to say so a lot right now. When I did this for the 4th grade, my handwriting is really messy, and so I hope you can see it. I hope you can kind of tell. I'm in Pastor's office, so I hope this is something you guys can see. Okay, trim the fruit trees in your orchard before spring. That's our first introduction sentence. So, let's ask our questions, our question and answers. Who trimmed the fruit trees in your orchard? You, right? So, let me get my pen. So, we're going to have this, slice it right there, and it's you. Should I put in my parentheses? What is you? Subject, noun, subject, pronoun, right? So it's my SP. Okay, so that's my SP. So then it says, what is being said about you? And it's trim, right? So that is my verb. Trim what? Fruit, trees, right? Is it the fruit or the trees? It's the trees. So is trees the same as you? Nope. So that turns into my direct object, my DO. Okay. So that's my DO, and then it puts this as my verb transitive. Remember? My verb transitive. Okay. So after you find that, and then you, what kind of trees? It's your fruit trees. So that's my adjective because it is describing a noun. Because remember, direct object is a noun. So it's describing a noun, which makes it an adjective. If it describes the verb, adverb. So, what kind of trees? We got that fruit. Okay, so that is our article, adjective, teeny, tiny, adjective. What is in? Preposition, you are right. I know you guys all said preposition, so I'm telling you guys you're all right. Because I know you said it. In what? Orchard. Okay, so in the orchard, and orchard is my OP. Now, it's your orchard, so it's a PPA, so if it was like yours, hers, his, that's a PPA. So what about before spring? What's before? My preposition. And before when? Spring, OP. Okay, so we got that. Now, what kind of sentence is this? Trim the fruit trees in your orchard before spring. So it's telling you what to do. So if it tells you what to do, it's imperative. So it's your IMP. So don't forget to put your IMP. Now, okay, there's how the P goes. I'm writing it backwards. So I don't have to underline this because it's not an inverted sentence. But an inverted sentence, remember, would have the pronoun or the noun, subject noun in the middle, and then you would start with the verb. So, the verb phrase or whatever. So, you don't have to underline it, but if you want to underline it, remember, this would all be underlined twice. I don't mark off if you underline it. Just underline it correctly. Okay, so, and my pattern is SN, VT, verb transitive, direct object, pattern 2. Did I get everything? I don't have John here to make sure I get everything. John, I really appreciate you making sure I get it all and checking on my work. So, that's my sentence. Okay, now we have the next sentence, the next practice sentence. I heard an explosion inside the building. I heard an explosion inside the building. So let's do our question and answer flow. Who heard an explosion inside the building? I did. Now, I is not a direct name or anything, so it's an SP, right? So then we put our slash to separate it after that. I heard an explosion inside the building. Remember, they used "and" because there's a vowel right after it. So, heard what? Or what is being said about I? I heard. So that's my V. Heard what? Explosion. Is explosion the same thing as I? Nope. So it's my direct object. So, okay, it makes this my verb transitive. Article, adjective, teeny, tiny. Adjective is my "and." Bad handwriting on this board. Partly because I'm trying to hold it up. See? Okay, inside what? What's inside? Preposition inside where? Building. It's my OP. And it's my little article adjective. So I have it all written out. Now, I have an exclamation mark, so what's that? My exclamatory, right? It's exclaiming something. Okay, my sentence is SNV. Verb transitive, direct object, P2. So if I wanted to underline it, I would underline that once and all of this twice. My underlining is really awful, especially right now. So here we go. We have, this is number 1 on your worksheet. So make sure, like I said, make sure you have your worksheet. Put some cheese slices and bread on your plate. Okay? First off, it's telling you to do something, so you know it's going to be an imperative. Okay. Who put some cheese slices and bread on your plate? You. So we're going to do just like what we did up here. So we put our you, Y-O-U, and it's a subject pronoun. Put our slash, so we have that right there. Okay, what is being said about you? You put, right? So put is our verb. Now, what did you put? You put slices and bread. Now, remember, cheese is describing the kinds of slices, so we will get to that one in just a little bit. So you put slices and bread. So you put 2 things. Well, are slices and bread, are they the same as you? No. So they're DOs. But since there's 2 DOs, means there's more than one, so it's a compound. Compound direct object. Remember that? You got it. And this is our conjunction. And if you're at home singing conjunction, junction, what's your function? I'm singing it too. Okay. So, and since that's our the DO, since we have a DO, they're CDOs, compound direct objects. This is our verb transitive, okay? Our verb transitive. So what kind of slices? That's our cheese, what we talked about in just a second, or just a little bit ago. And it's describing our noun, so it's adjective, okay? Cheese is our adjective. Okay. How many slices? Some. So that is describing our, did I say just a second ago it's describing our adjectives? It's describing our nouns. So this is still describing our nouns. So it says how many slices? It has some. So that's also our ADJ. Okay, so we got the hard part done, right? Because we know that on is a preposition. So put our parentheses, on what? Plate. So do that. Put our OP. What's your? Your is our PPA. We have it up there too. PPA. Okay, you don't need to underline it, right? But if you want to, you can just underline it all double. 2 underlines. And then it's SNVT, verb transitive, direct object, pattern 2. What kind of sentence is this? It's a demanding sentence, so it's imperative. I am Pete. Look at this. 3 sentences and none of them are declarative. Okay. We're going to talk about exercise 2 because this is what kind of gets a lot of you guys confused on different things. We're talking about our past tense verbs. Remember, an irregular verb changes the inside of the word, or basically the word, in order to make it past tense. A regular one, you can put an ed at the end in order to make it past tense. So we're going to look at sentence number 1, and it says, colorful leaves fall in my yard in October. So our first thing to do is to underline our verb. What falls in the yard in October? Colorful leaves. So leaves is our subject noun, but fall is our verb, because that's what they're doing, right? Verb, it's what you do. Okay, now what tense is this? Colorful leaves fall in my yard in October. Now it's not saying will fall, should fall. That is future. When you have those in front of it, it's telling you that it will happen. It hasn't happened yet, but it's going to happen. If something's going to happen, it's future. If it's already happened, it's past. Now, it's happening, we put that it's present tense. So we put a number 1 for our present tense. Now, to take fall and turn it in that to something, to turn it to past tense, what would you say? How would you say that? So if Mrs. Shaver was running, I would say, I ran yesterday, and think about it. What word? I fell, right? Fell. F-E-L-L. Fell. Now, did I just put an ed at the end? No, because felled or falled is not a word. So it's irregular. So it's an irregular verb. So we put our I. Okay, now this is number 3. So I'm skipping number 2 because you guys should get that one. My friends are listening to music. My friends are listening to music. What are your friends doing? They are listening. Now I underline the are because that's our helping verb. So you need to underline that also, just like the next one, will tell. So will is helping the verb tell. Okay. Yes, I helped you on number 4 too. Okay. So my friends are listening. So are they listening? Have they listened? No. Will they listen? No. What are they doing now? They're listening now, which is my present tense. And I gotta come this way. They, if I did it past tense, I already said it too. Listened. So I just add my ed, listened. And so if I just add an ed, it's a regular verb. If past tense, if one of these is a past tense, so if it has a to right here, you guys just leave it alone. You just put your to, you put the same verb that you underline, you just leave it just like that. I know a lot of times some of you guys get confused and go, how do I change it to past tense? It is past tense. You don't change it. You just put it right in there. I hope that helps. So tomorrow we'll kind of go over a review. I want you guys to read through the book, and Wednesday there'll be a test. Okay? So please, please, please ask me if you have any questions. Have a great day.